Okay, ready to dive in. This NAR lawsuit, it's making some waves, to
Yeah.
say the least, especially for realtors. We're going to break it all down, figure out what it means for you. We got the legal stuff, the market predictions, even some stories from realtors themselves.
Yeah, it's a big one. This isn't just some, legal thing happening in a vacuum. This could really shake up how the whole housing market works.
Exactly, huge implications. So, first things first, let's make sure we're all on the same page. What's this lawsuit really about? What are the stakes here?
Basically, it boils down to how realtor commissions work. The lawsuit's challenging the National Association of Realtors, specifically their rules about sellers usually paying the buyer's agent's commission.
Okay, and what are people saying about those rules?
Well, some say it's a system that's not transparent enough. They argue it limits choices for buyers and sellers and could even be artificially inflating prices,
So, potentially hurting everyone in the long run.
potentially. Yeah.
So more transparency, maybe lower costs. If things change, that sounds like a good thing, right?
It could be, but like anything, it's complicated. Even if the lawsuit succeeds, we don't know exactly how things will play out. We'd probably see different ways of doing commissions.
Instead of just a percentage, you mean?
Right. We might see flat fees for certain tasks, like, say, just handling negotiations or just marketing a property.
Unbundling services. I
Mhm.
saw that term come up in some articles, giving buyers the option to just pay for what they need. So, with all this potential change on the horizon, how are realtors feeling about it all?
It's a mix, really. Some are actually pretty excited, especially those who've already been trying new things, using tech in their work. They see this as a chance to stand out.
Oh, interesting. What are some of those realtors doing differently?
Some are doing those flat fee listings we talked about, where the seller pays a set price to get listed but then manages the rest themselves. Others are becoming hyperlocal experts, offering deep market knowledge and really personalized guidance, stuff that's hard to find just browsing online.
Makes sense, but I'm guessing not everyone's thrilled about this potential shakeup.
Yeah, there's definitely some anxiety, especially for those who've been relying on the traditional commission structures.
Yeah.
One realtor in those accounts you shared even said it feels like the Wild West right now.
Wow, yeah. That really highlights the uncertainty of it all.
And it underscores how important it is for realtors to adapt, to be able to clearly show the value they bring to the table, especially as the market changes.
Absolutely. So, zooming out a bit, could this lawsuit actually change how we buy and sell homes in the long run? Could this actually make homeownership easier, more accessible?
It's possible lower fees could definitely remove a hurdle for some buyers, but there are other sides to consider.
Like what?
Some economists think sellers might just raise their asking prices to make up for any lost commission fees. That could mean home prices go even higher, making things harder for buyers. It's still early. We'll have to see how it plays out.
A lot of moving pieces there. So, for our listeners out there, what are the key takeaways? Especially if they're thinking about buying or selling a home anytime soon.
Stay informed. This lawsuit is just one part of a much bigger picture. The real estate landscape is always changing. If you're planning to sell, talk to your realtor. See how these changes might impact things in your area. And buyers, you really need to understand the different ways realtors are working now, the different fees and services out there, so you can make the best choice for you.
Knowledge is power,
Yeah.
for sure. Makes you wonder, though, if we're on the edge of a major shift in how we buy and sell homes, what kind of innovations will we see? What opportunities will open up? Something to think about, isn't it? Anyway, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Keep those sources coming our way. We love digging into this stuff.